But I'll have to go back and watch the Cos Parasite run sometime. I think I did that on New Game Plus 8. That was the first DLC weapon I used. Okay. Alright, we go left. I don't know why this is taking me so long. Luckily that guy missed. Very convenient. Those guys were aggroed, but they never chase you up here. There's some chance I can hit this guy. No, not quite. There are a few weapons in the game with which you can hit him. I think the Amygdala arm is the foremost example. You might be able to do it with the threaded cane, but the threaded cane can run into walls, and the Amygdala arm just pretty much ignores walls. We also might be able to Black Sky Eye, but I think it would get stuck. It does go through, it just didn't hit anything. But anyway, let's go open the shortcut. And that'll be the first DLC video. They never chase you in here. I do feel like talking to Simon, so we shall.
This is the hunter's nightmare, where hunters end up when drunk with blood. You've seen them before, aimless, wandering hunters slavering like beasts. This is what the poor fools have to look forward to. So, don't be rash. Turn back before it's too late. Unless you've something of an interest in nightmares. Oh yes, I see. You sense a secret within the nightmare, and cannot bear to leave it be. As if the spirit of Bergenberg lives on within you, such inquisitive hunters will relish the nightmare. But beware, secrets are secrets for a reason, and some do not wish to see them uncovered, especially when the secrets are particularly unseen. Beware, especially.
Alrighty. I don't think he has a different tone of voice when he says the line, when he repeats it. In Dark Souls 3, when that happens, they always have a different tone of voice. For example, Egon. When he says, I'm allied to you as long as you protect the girl, and only for that long. But the second time he's like, and only for that long. Or something. So the tone of voice is more menacing. The second line read, amazing. It would be funny if they had like 15 line reads of the same line. That would be amazing, but that's a little bit excessive for most most voice directors or whatever. I don't know. Turn around and see a giant flaming hammer coming your way. Okay. Just barely in range, I think. So, that worked out. Okay, so Gatling gun guy is probably going to kill us a couple times, if I had to guess. We do have 500k souls, and I will probably bank them before we fight Ludwig. Provided I don't lose them in the interim. But we have to get to Ludwig first. That'll probably take 15 to 20 minutes or so. It's very rare to get a boomhammer chain off like that without running out of stamina. They did buff the boomhammer so it doesn't use as much stamina, but it still uses a lot relative to something like the Beast Claw or Blade of Mercy, etc. Okay. We got stuck on that, and Red Attack does some asinine amount of damage. I think one of them will have our souls when we come back, but we'll see. I occasionally have troubles with these enemies, usually when I'm using slow weapons. When I'm using fast weapons, they're not that big of a deal. But slow weapons, it's a little bit harder to stun lock them. Of course, my approach might be not the best. And we might as well switch to Herald right now, since we're eating a lot of damage. Of course, this will probably make it into the VOD, because I'm going to be too lazy to remember to edit it, so enjoy that aspect. Not in the VOD, in the final edited video, which will probably go up in a few days. Since I finally caught up on Bloodborne videos, I'm still like 30 videos deep on Dark Souls 3, or 20 at least. I'm pretty close to done with the current run, and then move on to the next one, wherein I whine about invasions for 5 hours. That should be wonderful. And there we go. So, here's Simon, and we're Simon too. Simon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we die, it actually kind of saves me some time, because then I don't have to go to the Hunter's Dream and buy some tomb molds. I will not be distraught if that happens. So R1 L1 chain seems like it works fine. If we just did R1 spam, it would probably not do enough damage to kill before we run out of stamina. Looks like these guys cannot pick up souls, because he was sitting right on top of it. I'm pretty sure the other ones can, so that's really weird. And they're being really annoying with the projectiles right now, so I'll back off till that stops. So we found our magic combination to stun lock these enemies. That's the end of that. Back to our gravestones, dearest friends. There are a few weapons where I could just bum rush this area or these enemies and just kill them really quickly, but I'm not using one right now. Of course, the boom hammer is generally quite good against almost every regular enemy in the game, but this is not one of them because it doesn't just knock them on their ass. It's one of the better weapons in general, non-boss weapons, just for dealing with all sorts of situations. That knockback is just so useful. No, one-shot him, wow. That's the beauty of split fire damage. And you can parry this guy, but it's far more useful to just bring out the torch, so it's a lot easier to see him. Oh, that's really unlucky that he went that direction. Usually he hugs the wall. And that was super duper unlucky that he dodged that. Totally random, by the way, man. The AI wasn't being suddenly brilliant there or anything. Oh, that's also super unlucky. I think just flat R1 spam is the way to go against Gatling Gun guy. Okay, we'll give this 4 more tries, and then I will not kill him if he kills us that many times. Because it just takes too long to kill the spiders, so that's too tedious and annoying for me. We could try not killing the spiders, but if we do that, then we don't have a way to run away from them. Which is certainly the best way to fight them with most weapons, is just do incremental bit damage and then back off. Trying to bum rush him doesn't work unless you have something completely broken and overpowered. Which I do not. Obviously, when you try to run away, they'll shoot you with a Gatling gun, as already demonstrated. Somehow that didn't stun lock me out of anything, even though it has previously. Even moments ago. And somehow we didn't start our stun chain on him, even though that has worked as well. There might just be like one attack that's fast enough to get off. No, it's bad luck. Just barely out of range. Alrighty. Obviously this guy can't take our souls, so it'll just be near the entrance to the cave. I'm pretty sure. Sometimes your bloodstain just fades into nothingness in this game. With no adequate explanation. There we go. Okay. You can see he has a shitload of life, so... And he's using Gatling gun at ranges where he's not supposed to, as well, which is just bad for us. I think the only way to fight him with the boom hammer is R1 spam, so we're just gonna have to try for that. But you can see he can get out of it, so... Not very reliable. Right. And he will heal himself twice, so we have to be wary of that. The other way to fight him would be exploit the terrain and get him to move into the same position over and over, but he doesn't seem to want to do that today. Yep. Okay. 3 more tries. He was at the fringe, so if he's at the fringe, then he tends to back off, but I probably re-triggered his AI by attacking him. Now, he could have backed off to heal, but there's some chance that on the way back he would heal himself. There's some chance he would not, because he was at the point where the AI might be like, oh, I gotta retreat to my position, and that's more important than healing. And I don't really think we have much chance of killing him if he heals, so we just have to get lucky. If I had the Beast Claw gemmed and ready, I don't think I do. Then we could just pull that out and kick his ass, but since we do not, we'll just keep fighting him with the boom hammer. Tragedy. Square? Yeah, that's the one. I don't really make that many control gaffes with Bloodborne. Obviously the controls are a little bit different than Dark Souls is, and Salt and Sanctuaries especially. But I don't screw it up too often in Bloodborne. I screw it up a lot in the other games when I play both. One of the more valid excuses I have for various mistakes. Okay, well, I guess the projectile does not stun you, regardless. But who knows exactly how it works. My brother's friend, I guess, had his PS4 for a while. That PS4 still has some MGO matches that I haven't uploaded, so I'd still be able to put up a couple of those. But more importantly, he bought the Battlefront DLC, so I might check that stuff out. I won't stream it, but I might play it, which is always... Battlefront's always pretty fun to play. I don't think it's like fascinating at a high level gameplay or anything, but it's just a gorgeous game with a cool setting and good variety in terms of all the shit that you can do. Also, there's a lot of randomness, so that makes it a little bit unpredictable. Which can be good and can be bad, depending on the multiplayer game in question. And the situation. Of course, in Hearthstone, the randomness pretty much dictates 40 to 50% of matches. In some form, even the highest level play matches. And in that game, it's really funny when somebody gets fucked over by RNG. Like, that is the most fun thing ever to watch. Is watch Kripparrian just whine and bitch about it all day. That's entertainment gold. But when it happens to you, it's the most annoying shit ever. And the most aggravating shit ever, so... It's interesting how that contrasts. I stopped caring about Hearthstone tournaments a long time ago, so I couldn't really comment on those. And my stain is like stuck in this grass right here. Sneaky. So if we fight him here near the mouth, he's far more likely to retreat, which is obviously safe for us if he does. If we forward dash, we would die. Like the same properties exist. We would just forward dash and keep getting shot, so backdashing is the only way to get out. But of course if he does it at certain ranges, you're guaranteed to get hit a couple times anyway. Hence the danger of this enemy. Well, we could roll, I guess that would work, maybe. Ooh, we could try ranged R2s. That seems like a method that might have some merit. Okay, looks like the running R2 is the jump attack, maybe? It's usually what it is. I wasn't mashing circle, I was just pressing circle. You gotta mash it. Always mash it. Nope. And now we die, maybe? Nope. Got a little lucky. Unlucky with his attack choice running in, but lucky with the escape afterwards. If he heals himself, then I will call it a draw. And that'll be it for Gatling gun guy today. And we can get to go on to fight Ludwig, which won't take very long to get to. That's gonna be too far. He did wind up to shoot there, but didn't wind up doing that, which is interesting. Okay, there's the heal. So after this combo, I'll back off, and that'll be that. So yeah, it's a truce, Mr. Gatling gun guy. I can beat him with various fast weapons, of course, but it's not really worth the effort to try to kill him with the boom hammer. But I think I sufficiently demonstrated how he would do it, if you had any desire whatsoever to do so. And looks like we're gonna die to piercing rifles, maybe? No, looks like we're okay. Alright, so the question is, can I get to the next spot with 2 blood vials, or with 9 blood vials? Maybe. If we just run past every enemy, sure. We're not gonna fight the Saif guy either, he's much harder than Gatling gun guy, so no reason to dredge up that terror. But we can wave to him as we walk past. And again, extremely shitty luck with the attack choices there. Good old slow weapons. I really can't think of a single game where dogs are a good enemy. It's like every game ever. Dogs are like sewers or some shit. Must have this sewer level in every game for no reason. Must also have dogs, and must make them the most annoying pieces of shit to ever exist ever. I mean, dogs are very easy in this game, but that doesn't stop them from being annoying. Okay, R2 is the new dog killer. Hooray. I don't know why that did, like, quadruple damage or whatever. Goes from 900 to 1600 there. I don't know if Beast Cutter guy has an attack fast enough to give me trouble. Of course we don't have the gun out, so no parry. But here's the Beast Cutter guy following normally. I know the first one we fought just shot us like 15 times in a row. That's usually not what happens. And up we go. Stick is stuck in a weird position to rotate the camera, I guess. safe guy's down there around the corner. He would kick my ass if I tried to fight him, so we're not gonna fight him. And here we are. Time for Ludwig. I guess it has been a month and a half since I fought Ludwig the last time, so there's some chance of the 250 so Ludwig attempts I have. Maybe the 251st, I'll forget the previous 250 entirely. We're doomed. It's all over.